How to get free money for your business. Did you know that there is literally more untapped money for startups than there's ever been in history? Yes, it is true. There's more money for startups, for women-owned business, for minority-owned businesses, for so many types of businesses ready and waiting for you. You just need to go after it. I'm gonna tell you exactly where to look and exactly what to say when you get there. Let's go. I'm gonna share with you some secret ways and some exact places to look so you can find money for your business regardless of your credit score or your educational background. I'm gonna share with you exactly what to say and what not to say so that you can get all of these funds. And I'm gonna share with you my biggest secret on how me and my students are starting businesses from zero and getting 6 figures for our business in our business's name in a matter of weeks, not months or years. So when we are talking about how to get free money for your business, I can tell you ways that you can start getting money now. There's just a few things that you need to do where you can get $10,000, $20,000 for your business in your business's name in just a matter of weeks, not years or months. So right now, again, like I said, we are in an unprecedented time in our history. There's literally more money out there for startups and for businesses and new businesses and women-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses and veteran-owned businesses and all of these types of businesses than there has ever been in history. There's lots of grants, there's lots of loans, and some of these loans actually have forgivable parts and portions of them if you follow these steps. So just know that there is totally all of the money available for your business out there, and there is no shortage or lack of money available. There's lots of money. You just have to know where to look, but know that you are on the right decision when you are saying, okay, I have a business and I am looking for funding for my business. Let me tell you some places where you want to go today. In order to get these funds, you actually do need a real business, okay? So I'm not going to tell you that you can have a startup and you didn't actually start yet, okay? You literally have to start if you are trying to get funds for your business. And so one of the things that you need to do is make sure that you have your business registered with the Secretary of State. So you need to get your LLC or your S Corp or your C Corp, and you need to get it registered and filed. The next thing you're going to need, you'll need a professional website, you'll need a professional phone number, and you will need a professional email, okay? These are just like the basic things. And I have students that are able to get these things done in one day. You literally can spend $7, get a domain name. You can have someone build you a website for just a little bit of money on sites like Fiverr, Fiverr, or you can make your own websites like Wix and GoDaddy and Google Domains and some of these other places. So this is not difficult to do. But once you got all of these things together, you also want to make sure you get your EIN number, okay? That stands for Employer Identification Number. Once you have your business license, you will go to the IRS.gov, you will put in your social security number, and you will generate an EIN number for your business. This is very important because this is now like your business's social security number, okay? How everybody has a social security number in the United States. Every business, if it's a legitimate business, should have an EIN number. This is an IRS number that they will identify for just your business, and it is the first step in kind of separating yourself from your business and starting to separate your personal credit from your business credit. So you want to just make sure that you do this because it's super easy to do, and like I said, getting an EIN number is absolutely free, and you can do it online at irs.gov. So free and fast. The next thing that you want to do and need to have before you go ahead and start applying for these things is you need to be able to tell people what you're going to do with your funds. So if you are applying for loans or grants, and I'm going to give you some places where there's tons of free money out there for your business, but in order to access this money, they're going to want to know what you intend on doing with the money. Are you going to be using it for expansion? Are you going to use it for marketing? Are you going to use it to buy equipment? Do you need to buy computers? What is it that you're going to do with the money? You're going to have a quick little business plan already written out. I can give you some quick ways to do it. I'll actually put a link below with a sample of a business plan that'll kind of help you out a little bit because I just want to make sure that you have everything that you need. It doesn't take you very long to write up a business plan, but you're going to need to tell them what you're going to do with the money. And I'm going to give you a secret. One of the things that you want to make sure that you're going to tell them that you're doing with the money is investing in equipment and things that are going to make money. So in your plan, when you're saying, okay, I'm going to buy computers, or I'm going to buy this equipment, or I'm going to buy this inventory, make sure you talk about how you're going to generate revenue from that purchase. If you just start talking about all of the things that you need in order to have a business, or the things that you need to even get started, they're not going to give you the money. They want to know that you're going to get that money and then make money with that money. People want to invest in winners. We want to invest in people that we think will be successful. No one wants to invest or give money or even a grant. They don't even want to give free money to someone that is not going to be successful and is going to be closing their doors very shortly. So make sure that you have a plan for what you're going to do with the money and then how that is going to make you money. Make sure you're really clear. Okay, so free money. All you need to go, this is the best website for grants. It's called grants.gov. That's GRANTS, grants.gov. It can be a little bit daunting because it is the government's website of all of the different grants available for all different types of businesses. But it's absolutely free to access, and I have students that have already gotten $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in grants in the last few months. And students all the time constantly getting money. I'm on a bunch of lists and I keep getting offers to get money. I've literally gotten grants, loans, forgivable loans. All of this stuff is available right there on grants.gov. And one of the things that you want to do is, if you're a minority, or if you're a woman, or if you're a disabled veteran or anything like that, make sure you search for those grants first, because they will have a smaller pool of people competing for the grant. You'll be very surprised how few minorities are actually seeking out grants. You'll be surprised at how few women are actually applying and getting these grants. So many women are not even applying, and so there's all these untapped monies out there and funds available for these types of businesses that people just are not applying for. But you really just need to go apply, have the plan. Like I said, if you can tell them what you're going to do with the money, you will most likely get the money. I literally have helped people. I have tons of students. I literally just had a student last week just get $10,000. This is all very easy to do if you follow the step that I gave in the previous bullet point. The next place that you want to look for free money for your business is the National Association of the Self-Employed. That's NASE. Google them, look them up. They have a ton of free money out there for startups and for established businesses as well. You want to just go up there, make sure that you are filling out and you're applying. Make sure you're doing this at least one time per week. They're constantly adding new grants, new loans, new funding partners. All of this money is available and tons of it is untapped. Again, literally billions of dollars in untapped money for your business. Go to nase.com. Another great place, and this is if you have low credit scores, okay? A company called Accion. It is a community development institution. That's ACCION, Accion. Accion will lend to startups. They will lend to women-owned business, minority-owned business. They literally have money set aside just to lend to startups and some of these types of businesses. So go ahead, check them out. I literally have borrowed money from them. It's super easy. They lend with as low of a credit score as 525, okay? So you do not need super great credit or anything like that in order to access these funds. Great way to get some free money for your business. Another great resource is, of course, the Small Business Administration, the SBA. I know so many people are intimidated by the SBA. They feel like, oh man, I'm gonna have to have, millions of dollars and great credit, but they have some great programs out there for small businesses and you wanna check them out. You can get your business certified as a minority-owned business, as a woman-owned business, all right there on the SBA's website. Additionally, they'll give you some access to the companies that they partner with and tell you how to get even more funds if you sign up for their newsletters and you get added to their mailing list. So SBA is a great resource for businesses. Make sure you are tapping into SBA.gov, that's smallbusinessassociation.gov. And last but not least, I'm going to give you a bonus. I would be so remiss. I would be doing you a big disservice if I did not tell you about establishing business credit. This is an easy way to get free money for your business. Start establishing business credit and start borrowing money for your business when you do not need it in your business's name. I know it sounds crazy, but go ahead and get your Dun & Bradstreet number. I'll put a link in this video on how to establish business credit. I've made an entire video on that. Follow what I tell you and get business credit and start getting business funds in your business's name and start borrowing money before you need it. The best time to borrow money is when you don't need it. That's when you can get all the money. If you wait till you need money to do something, or you're like, I need it, that is the hardest time to get money, and that's probably when you won't be able to get money. But if you are thinking about getting your business going and you want to get funds, start today, because now is the best time. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed all of this great information. If you would like a full training, I have created one for free for you at noelsfreetraining.com. Again, that's noelsfreetraining.com. Go ahead and check it out. It's probably about an hour long. It was a little bit too long to put here, but it'll give you my exact formula on how to invest in real estate, make big profits without losing money. I give you all of the information, all of the details, everything that you need. I just want to make sure that you are successful. This is Noelle, to your success.